So, hey students, welcome to NCERT Solutions by Vedantu, where we find solutions to all the problems which is given you NCERT for all the chapters and all the syllabus. This is Basavaraj, your biology master teacher. Today, I'll be solving a question from the chapter Human Reproduction. Now, let's read the question first. The question says, draw a labeled diagram of female reproductive system. Just for the convenience, I have a diagram for you from your NCERT. So NCERT gives you this diagram. I'll quickly explain you each and every part of it. Right? So the female reproductive system is divided into two different type of organs. That is primary sex organs as well as secondary sex organs. Now these primary sex organs are your ovaries. The primary sex organs are the ovaries, and secondary sex organs are your fallopian tube, uterus, and cervix and vagina. Primary sex organs are directly involved in your gametogenesis, in this case, oogenesis. So we have ovary here. Let's look at the primary sex organ. We have the ovary. So ovary occur in pair. First and foremost, ovaries occur in pair. So we have two sets of ovary, one here and one here. Now ovary here is attached. It is attached to the pelvic wall and also the uterus with the help of different ligaments. Now this ovary has an outer covering. The outer covering of the ovary is called as epithelial, and inside we have the stroma. Now the stroma again is divided into the peripheral cortex and inner medulla. Now let's look at the structure which is closest to the ovary. Now let me just clear this. The structure which is the closest to the ovary is your fallopian tube, or also known as oviduct. Fallopian tube or oviduct. Now this fallopian tube has different parts. Now let's look at the part which is the closest to your ovary. The part which is closest to your ovary is infundibulum. Now infundibulum is a wider region which is the closest to the ovary, and it has a finger-like structures, and these finger-like structures are known as fimbriae. And what is the function of fimbriae? Fimbriae helps in collection of ovum or the egg after ovulation. So fimbriae helps in the collection of the egg. Then the egg travels to the infundibulum. From infundibulum, it goes to a much more wider area called as ampulla. Now ampulla is the region where fertilization takes place. Ampulla is the region where fertilization takes place. Now after ampulla, you have the isthmus region. Isthmus is a narrow region after your ampulla. Now after isthmus, we have a wider area known as the uterus. Uterus. Now uterus is also called as womb. Uterus is also called as womb. Now uterus is almost resembles a inverted pear. The structure of the uterus, NCERT says it resembles a inverted pear, and the structure, right? The structure at the end of uterus, you have the cervix, and outside the cervix you have the vagina, and you also have a here canal. The cervix canal is called as cervical canal. So the structure which is present between vagina and the uterus is called as cervix. Cervix plus vagina form the birth canal. Now let's look at the structure of the uterus. Uterus mainly has three different layers. First, the outer layer is called as perimetrium, which is a thin-walled outside. Then you have myometrium. Myo means what? Muscle. Myo means muscle. Muscular layer called as myometrium, which is involved in the contraction during the childbirth. Then you have endometrium. Endometrium is a glandular structure which undergoes cyclic changes based on the hormonal levels during the menstrual cycle. Those are the different parts of your female reproductive system. You have primary, secondary sex organs. Primary sex organs are your ovary. Secondary sex organs are fallopian tube, uterus, cervix, and vagina. Now, other than these parts, you also have the external genitalia, that is vulva, and also the set of mammary glands. Those are also involved in your female reproductive system. That's it for this answer for this question. If you like the content, subscribe to the channel and also like the video so that you do not have to miss any content which has been uploaded on this channel.